Okay, very, very, very cool. Welcome everybody to Eating a Sheet of Paper Day. How have I forgotten my own day like 3 times in a row? 925. Now, I goofed up yesterday, all right? By the way, the more sunburned I get, the more forgetful I get. Yeah, it's a genetic defect. It happens with my family, like my father and his father before him. Speaking of forgetting to do shit, I did in fact forget to post the promo. We found a little crash on the way back, and I feel like if nothing else, what makes a great promo is someone's scene of death. So let me add that in. How does Instagram work again? 925. Now, I've been extremely exhausted, however, also very fulfilled. This new job gives me exactly what I want. Oh, yeah, right. I don't even have the link. Give me a second. Hello, Shy and Myra. How are we doing? Hello and hello. I like the British accent you added onto the hello. Very thematic. Like how I'm just like never gonna give you a break for being British, but aside from that, it's one of the very few things I know about you. All good. Put that there. Promo of crash site and or death scene is almost posted. In the meantime, let's get to ripping and eating. How about that? So make sure to give, as per usual, your score of the day. I have mine. This is not the proper score. I forgot to edit it. Well, truly and honestly, I'm feeling like we're on a streak right now. Again, even though fulfillment's being reached and the streams are consistent, every single bucket list item I want done is being done each and every day. The score is relatively low, not cracking a 9, again, because of perpetual exhaustion, also because of the inverse square law of averages, which longtime viewers should know what that means. So, Shy says 7.5 today, went to the eye doctor today. Well, that's very good. See if you can give your day number and your eye score test number. Eye test score number, yes. 5 out of 10 because I woke up at 5 p.m. All right, okay, that's not bad. It's a 5 type of day. I think Grace, hello, welcome to the stream, Grace. Welcome, Grace. Hey, finally caught a stream. How are you? Well, thank you for asking. I think my biggest issue right now is the fact that my face is sunburned. In order to prevent the sunburn, I am applying sunscreen to aforementioned face, but as a result of doing it, I'm very susceptible to acne, as you can tell. I'm sure you see my moon craters, and so my face is developing some mild breakouts. Actually, I've been kind of a little too optimistic. It's been moderate breakouts, and the sunscreen didn't even stop this, so I'm sunburned and more zitty than before, so it's like I have the worst of both worlds. That's the biggest issue I'm dealing with right now, and I'm just going to say right now, the fact that is like the biggest issue at hand here speaks volumes. Like, there are so much bigger fish to fry, and trust me, all the big fat fish are all fried. So I'm very happy to report that that's my biggest problem. So we're honestly okay. Shit. There we go. Can we like align this? I hate how this software works. Give me a second. I like how I feel like half of just me talking is just me fiddling with software and complaining about it. All right. Let's begin. Now we have the help of Izzy Sparkling Mango, as well as if things get extra hairy and say I'm a little too thirsty and I make big gulps to swallow moderately small pieces, we have our backup Izzy Sparkling Blackberry Ration. I had a birthmark in the back of my eye. By birthmark, are you saying skin discoloration? Because last time I checked, I have some biology textbooks in my dusty garage. I don't think eyes have skin on them. However, you tell me what the birthmark means. I'm sure that affects your vision. Is it like, I don't know, like a gnat that flew into your eyeball or something and is like stuck back there? Like, what could possibly be physically the spot in the back of your eye? I'm curious about that. I gave Ian a mildly threatening message in hopes he'll join stream. Ian Tordella, my teacher, or Ian as in Ian 30. Very good. Good. He's the type of guy who you need to threaten more. He's just one of those guys. He needs some harsh brute force motivation. So thank you, Myra. We got to give Myra a shout out for forcing people to give the stream more engagement via death threats. Big fan of that. Love it. We're very pro death threat here at the page. Okay, piece 1. Now, there was somebody, not gonna say who said, hey, listen, you talk a lot during the streams. Where's the paper eating? Now, I know that there's no point in me even announcing this because it's already like 6 minutes in and I haven't done shit, but I swallowed a piece of ice and it kind of threw a wrench in my whole swallowing paper plan. God damn it. Okay, there we go. Everybody, piece number 2. You know, I'm just going to really try and physically exhibit the paper being eaten here, okay? So just... I look so bad. Like, the dark circles combined with, like, the sunburn, this all of it, man, all of it. Mild inflammation, you know. It's like I'm living my teen years again. It's like back when I went to summer camps I truly didn't want to go to, you know? And getting sunburned, it was just uncomfortable in a tactile sense. Except now, I'm getting money for it. So, it's all good. What's up? Ian30, what up, my brothers? Every single person here is female, by the way, but I'm sure you mean it colloquially, as in, you know, euphemism for a black word. Very cool. Hard work, and Brienne, you look glorious. Oh, thank you. Yes, I'm glowing red. It's my pleasure. I'm glad I'm glowing in a certain particular way. Ian30, feel free to give your score of the day as well as an explanation, a justification for your score. Very good. Ooh, that's good. Myra, I'm actually quite amazed that your threat worked. Trust me, I have sent Ian so many death threats over the years, and he's responded to almost none of them. So the guy is very stone cold at times, but it seems like you gave him a motive. I don't know what you did. I don't know if you, I don't know, sent him a picture of your dagger or something like that. Again, I've tried every trick in the book, but whatever you did, it worked. 7.2 out of 10. Been trying to watch more films. I watched Memento yesterday and watched Fantastic Planet. I have not seen Fantastic Planet, and I have seen Memento, though. I'm going to give it, excuse me, a 7 out of 10. It's very cool that Christopher Nolan made his movie intentionally confusing, but again, I think that's a crutch because what's actually happening is pretty relatively simple, at least compared to how people treat it. With that said, it's a fair movie. I think he's made better. Not to be a basic bitch, but Interstellar, you know. Pleased with both works of art. I like the way you phrase that. It's good that you're very pro-art, as opposed, you know, I've been dealing with some people who are not very pro-art. You know, just, if you go near my college campus, just know, you know, bring a paintbrush or something. I don't know. It's all I got to say, those who get the reference. So, Ian and I have been gossiping over my utter heartbreak, so he is part of the girls. Oh, well, that's very sweet. Well, you know, Ian, now that you're in the gossip circle, just know, we have an NDA agreement. It'll be mailed to your house within about 3.5 business days. If you don't abide by it, obviously you'll be blocked and canceled, and we'll make funny videos. We'll make rap videos dissing you. You know the system. I think I want to put Fantastic Planet on my list. I've gotten recommended it by all my art teachers. So, you know, I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. For some of them it's good, others it's not. I liked that Memento was open-ended with its ending. Yeah, I liked the fact that the guy from the really annoying bald guy, Ralph from The Sopranos, was the annoying guy who talks too much. You know, Steve Buscemi would have done great in that role. Also, Steve Buscemi would have been great in many roles. It's just like he kind of gave up making movies after a while. He was very entertaining. I feel like, let me think, Fargo and Reservoir Dogs, that's it. You know, aside from that, he just had kind of like maybe 3-second cameos, you know. It's not sweet. I'm in sheer devastation. Well, you know. Oh, right. I missed the word breakup. You said heartbreak. Yeah, you know, it's okay. It's fine. You know, again, I've said this before, and I'm going to keep it brief. You know, brevity is kind of a golden thing right now, and I'm practicing it. We are evolved, our brains deep down are evolved for a world with less options. And, definitely, heartbreak comes in the form of being tortured with too many options, you know? Never before have I seen so many people not willing to accept the outcome of a relationship or obligating themselves in a crappy one because, oh, there's another one. Deep down in my mind, I'm sure, you know. Or not even like they know that it's going to turn bad. It's just they lack the forethought because due to the pure abundance of options, they kind of have a what the heck, why not attitude. Or, you know, maybe life just sucks. I don't know. All the above. Fantastic Planet was fine, just very French. I know, I'm looking at the font, you know. Also, I have heard the music from it. It is kind of the stuff that I really like to hear. So I feel like everything about it dictates that I should watch it. It's just I've never gotten around to it. There's a lot of things that I could use that description for. Yes, I am ashamed. I'm eating popcorn while watching this. Yeah, nothing's even really happening. This is just a very, very cordial, drama-free stream. I'm waiting for someone like, you know, when I first did these streams, you know, the second wave, way back in 2021. Now, we did days 1 through 40 in 2019, 41 through 200 in 2021, and the rest of it kind of scattered from 2022 to now. Or, I know, 2023 to now, excuse me. 2022 was the big break. But, I was going through my big feud with the loser YouTuber Eli, and he never popped into his stream. Whenever it came to talking directly face-to-face or even just voice-to-voice, he was always such a little squirrel. He would just skitter away from any potential opportunity for interaction. But when it came to carefully planned little pieces of shit, he would text me on Discord, which, by the way, the fact I had the app shamefully downloaded on my phone, yes, it was me stooping to his level, but, like, I was waiting for drama on the stream because one thing about me is I love conflict in the moment. Because generally speaking, if you give me time to plan, I am below average when it comes to my train of thought. I believe the opposite is true for short term. Like, really, I am an early bloomer when it comes to thinking. My thoughts reach their final form in the moment, which is why I like, you know, short form, no planning, talking type stuff, because it makes me look smarter than I actually am. Like, when it comes to fully formed thoughts, I never really evolve past the initial point of talking. Really, it's what you hear is what you get with me. And it makes people think, wow, he thought of a thing on the spot. He must be fucking epically smart. No, really, no. My final thoughts are pretty basic in nature, but I reach them pretty relatively quickly. I'm like, you know, an easy bake pot pie that you throw in the microwave for 5 seconds. You know, it's done quite quickly, seems cool, but at the end of the day, what you're getting is a piece of shit from 7-Eleven that comes from a freezer. So that's the way I think about it. So, you know, I've had a lot of people really making a big deal out of my supposed intellect, and I'm just telling you, just because I talk fast and because I just so happened to jump to the final stage of thoughts immediately does not, you know, there are people who kind of are bad at talking in the moment. They take some time to think about it, and they reach a level of thought that I could never, and I really respect that, and those people are perpetually misunderstood. So I think that people need to understand that there are different types of thought, different trains of thought. Let me catch up on chat. I got accused of being AI by 2 different people in 2 consecutive days. To be fair, this account with the eyeball, with the anime eyeball, definitely has that look to it. Again, I also think it's just AI paranoia. Also, I think that paranoia, get it? That's not good. I don't even think those 2 letters are in that order in the word. I don't know how to spell. But I do think it's AI paranoia. I think it's AI paranoia because no one would say that about a year ago, and AI definitely existed in a pretty high form back then. As AI gets better at, you know, mimicking everything that already exists, anything that exists is now going to look a little like AI. It's infiltrating our brains. It's unfortunate. It's actually kind of screwed up. But I think really it's up to us to figure out how we're going to deal with it. If we keep hemming and hawing and bringing attention to the aspects that are bad, those aspects will continue to exist. It's like a kid throwing a temper tantrum, you know? If you look at them and go, when they're like throwing some peas at you, then they're going to keep throwing peas at you, you know? Just ignore it, especially when we are the ones creating the pieces of shit. So it's like, yeah, whatever. Good food in Mary Curie, they make a good food. Wow, I am really behind. Been a while, huh? Psh, this fucking guy. Lance, welcome back to the wait, hold on. Lance, fan favorite, welcome back. Welcome back to the stream. Okay. Name one redeeming quality about French people. I think that the beret is overhated. When an American wears it, yes, absolutely. Burn them at the stake. But when a French person wears it, it's authentic, it's classy. Also, I think there's a lot of really good French actors who are actually not pretentious and not annoying. A lot of French directors. I don't think there's a single non-annoying French director. And also the baguettes. I don't know about the snails. I don't know about all that. I think that's a little primitive, you know. The French are supposedly You know, oh, crepes. Crepes are good too. But yeah, the French are supposedly sophisticated, and yet you're just literally taking snails off the ground and sucking them out of their shells. Come on, we can do better than that. RB3 plugin on BandLab. This is why I don't read ahead. Let me start over. What's good, Myra? Sorry about the heartbreak. Hope it gets better. Very sweet. You know, he's not just about catchphrases. He's also, you know, about catching emotions flying through the air and throwing the right ones right back at you. He's a very emotionally in tune guy. I get surprised sometimes, especially over the internet where you're just typing big walls of text. Hello, Brian. I'm trying to mix this shit and I cannot figure out how to mix vocals good. No, me neither. I mean, I have released 2 albums and 1 mixtape on Good Content original channel. Go down there, click the channel tab, and find it. I've made quadruple A, retrospective, introspective, and the fecal tape volume 1. Volume 2 will be coming out in 20 years. And they all sound like shit. They all sound so bad, and none of it's on purpose. It's all so terrible. In fact, the song I have back here is also a song that was mixed, and it's also terrible. Like, you know, it's all stuff that I recorded in GarageBand, just with my iPod microphone, and none of it's good. So I can't help you there. I just hope to get good equipment. When it comes to tweaking stuff, Dom is good at that stuff, so I can give you his Instagram. DM me, see if he can give you some advice. I will warn him. He's weird with strangers, but I'll warn him that you're coming in, so maybe he can give you some good advice. And there's no way he can go, bro, why are you asking me for, bruh? Because I don't know. He knows. I'm sure he would love to spread his knowledge. I have a little bit of sunburn here. This is preposterous. Lance, you were such a sweet pea, thank you. And it's not really big heartbreak, it's just a cute guy blocked me because he was convinced I'm AI. Ha! That's good. Well, you know, if he thinks you're AI, then that means he thinks you're too perfect. Unfortunately, the block feature on the internet has kind of ruined that. You know, mostly say, damn, I thought this person was really weird, then I came around to him. There is no coming around to someone if there's a block feature. Also, it's not just relegated to the internet. I've seen people basically do the human equivalent of blocking. It's the silent treatment, ignoring. I also don't think that people back in the old days had the luxury of doing that. And by old days, I don't mean the 1950s. I'm saying like pre-written history. Like we were all in our little tribes. That's what our brains evolved to do. And the reason I keep bringing that stuff up is because if I want to know why I react instinctively to a certain thing, keep note, we all have caveman brains that were evolved for a time way back when. So, I've been talking a lot about that recently, actually, with a couple coworkers. It's been very productive in conversation. Sounds like you were too smart for him. That's also another way to think of it. You know, perhaps your grammar was too proper, you know. Don't capitalize any of the first letters in your sentences if you want people to think you're not AI. AI really doesn't do that yet. So, if you don't want people to think you're generated by GPT, you know, misplace a couple commas here and there, misspell a word or two, and do not capitalize the first letter of a sentence. Foolproof. Also, Grace, I love you for being so right. Smiley face. This is so sweet. I mean, I don't know what else to say. It was on Instagram, not even YouTube. I ate a baguette today. That is good. That's very French. What's people been talking about France? Let's see. Yeah, Ian watched a French movie. Lance H78 ate French bread. I am talking about French people right now. Just all of us are engaging in French adjacent activities. This is great. It was more like a sandwich with a baguette being used. I think it's called a fucking. I think that's called just a panini, or I don't know. Actually, pardon me for saying this. I think it's called a sandwich. It was more like a sandwich with a baguette used as bread. I ate a baguette today. Yeah, I know it looks like a baguette with some stuff in between, but at its core, it's a sandwich. Also reminding me of another, I'm not gonna say an unnecessary, oh no, wow, okay, turns out that one, okay, that timed out. Let me see if I can find it. I'm sure people have seen this on Reddit before, I don't know, maybe. But I want for all of us to debate this, okay? Because I find this highly dubious, however, it's very hard to falsify, and, if there is anyone who wants to dissent, or if you guys find this conversation to be stupid, in which case you don't care about the important stuff, but like, I really want for us to just figure this out, because I want to find any way to logically falsify it, but I can't figure it out. So I need your guys' help if you guys are willing to help me. What is the plan for day 1000? It's a great question. You and I are twinsies, because I've also been asking myself that question for a long time. No idea. Absolutely no clue. Most of the Day 100 milestone specials came about purely by coincidence. The Randy gig, coincidence. Dentist office visit, coincidence. Kendrick concert, complete fucking coincidence. You know, after a couple or maybe a few of those, I know people assume I have the capability of planning. I've just been extraordinarily lucky so far. I don't have the motivation to plan a big bombastic thing. However, it is 1,000 days in the making, which is inaccurate because I've been doing this intermittently for 6 years. So this really is 6 years in the making. Hey Siri, what's 365 times 6? This is 2,190 days in the making, guys. So I should, figure that. I would like to be in attendance for my documentary. Also, I have a dinner reservation in LA at 3:30. So at around 2, I'm going to have to definitely leave, possibly even 1:30. But if we meet up at 12, we will have about an hour and a half to film. You best have some good questions prepared. And I will answer them best I can because, I know I like to think of myself as a cool talker, but to be perfectly honest, if I'm on set and there's a camera there and we aren't talking about anything, and I hate when people are like, do something interesting and I'll film it. I'm like, I'm going to kill you. How about that? Is that interesting enough? I'm going to fucking kill you in cold blood. Because I've had stuff like that happen before where it's like people just take videos and it's like, just do something interesting. They think I'm like interesting enough to like do that. No living person will be interesting if you tell them to be interesting, ever. So, but I'm not saying that because I think you're going to do that. I know you're not. You're better than that, Ian. I'm just remarking generally. I have better questions this time. Very good. Make them autistically specific. Ian, make a feature, please. Yeah, and when this happens, obviously, I will be obviously more proud of you because obviously you've blossomed as a filmmaker. I also think when it comes to the timing of your cuts, I'm not a very good filmmaker myself. However, when it comes to my main channel videos, the videos that I edit, the transitions, all that stuff, timing is so important. Even when you're listening to music, the effect of lyrics, the timing of musical assets being added in, the way an instrument is played. Everything is based off timing, even a conversation. And I think a lot of your ideas are good, and I think the biggest challenge for you to work on, especially for this upcoming documentary, as it is relevant because I'm going to be in it, focus on your cuts and how they're going to, think about your favorite movies and how they're edited. The cut is not just a transition from the important frame to another important frame. The important thing is often the editing. Timing is, it's important. Can I interview you for my documentary? You can interview anybody. You could interview Obama's wife. I forgot what her name is. You can interview a lot of people. You can do that. Very cool. And this is great because the two of you are communicating, so that can be it. Well, actually, she's in Britain. You can Skype in. Skype is dead. You can Omegle. Oh, damn. You can make a live leak video. Oh, damn. Yeah, you could just do a FaceTime or something and record it. But yeah, I think, Ian, if you want to make this a hulking, massive piece of work, I applaud that. I applaud the ambition. But my challenge to you is the timing of your cuts, the timing of your transitions, the timing of recognizing when a thing happens and putting that in. I attempt, and I have been attempting for a long time, to have a sense of timing with my editing. Sometimes I try, sometimes I fail. So that is my challenge to you. Anyways, do you think Dom would be down to be interviewed? That's actually a good question. I wouldn't be surprised if he said yes. I also wouldn't be surprised if he would say no. He can be reclusive at all the wrong times. But I say DM him. Be professional with Dom. Be professional. When you actually meet him in real life, he's very chill. Especially because he knows you as Mosquito Lover 77 guy. I will say we went to another party that night, and it was very opulent. It was very luxurious. It was at the Lafayette Hotel, which is a cool place. But the other shit that was happening in that party was so fucking lame that Dom officially announced that the Mosquito Lover 77 concert was the better event that we went to. And the other event was at the Lafayette Hotel with, people our age. So keep note, I think Dom might see you somewhat favorably, so don't hesitate to ask him if you want. Go ahead, feel free. I also like the idea of multiple interviews. I like how there's one blurb of Caden going, yeah, he's very political, and then Jackson going, he's transphobian. That's bad. We can do better than that, And I know you're capable of better, But I did, by the way, like, I mean, you were very nice on set. It's not like you were a human deadbeat or anything like that. Um, I want it to be more like a look back at the whole series of paper streams. I see. Um, as I've said before, I do think of the paper streams as a side hustle. Unfortunately, that is not very well communicated given how much more presence that this stuff has than, say, my edited videos. But trust me, in private, when I'm alone in my bedroom and there's tears streaming down my face, I do think a lot more about my edited videos than I do these live streams. But I get it. It's what I put out more. I think that the history of the main channel, there's less content. Like, there's so much oversaturated, just watch hours upon watch hours of shit that I have on Your Mom. Brian Case, in parentheses, Paper Eater. The content on Good Content is more refined, and if you really want a, like, here's who Brian is, there is some old shit on Good Content that it really is a blast from the past, and it really shows my formation as a person, be it for better or for worse in some ways, I'm not in on the Mosquito Lover lore. Well, I won't speak on Ian's behalf. Ian, you feel free to either DM or, live chat it up and give all the details. Okay. And again, just know, Ian, even though I might appear emotionally apathetic, you going out of your way to see that it's fit to make a documentary, even if you want to do it, even if, like, worst case scenario is, like, just to, you're just using me as a tool for your own purposes. Like, I know you're not doing that, but, like, even so, the fact that you care enough to make something like this, even if it's slanderous and, what is it? What's the word? Incriminating. I don't even care. Slander and incriminate me. All press is good press. I love the effort. I love the attention put into art, into working on researching somebody. So, big ups. Big ups for that. Let's see. Good content is good content. Appropriate. Thank you very much. As well as Brian Case Paper Eater. That is my name, and I do eat paper. Thank you, Granddad's Old Record. We have a new viewer alert, everybody. We have a new viewer, Granddad's Old Record. Feel free to follow these black guys and applaud him at home, all right? So I just know there is a silent little round of applause going on in front of many computer screens. By many, I mean like 7. There are 7 people applauding in front of their computer screens right now. If you listen faintly, you can maybe hear it. I heard something. All right. We are getting close to finish. This is the paper we have left. This is paper in my mouth and another crumpled up right here. So actually, we're not even close at all. I am glad that I got rid of the one name on my channel that was a lie, which was Your Mom. I am nobody's mother yet. I have a beer belly, but I don't think I'm pregnant. Let's see. Ian 30, your documentary on me, I advise that it could be more general, but that could take a little bit of work. However, again, our filming session on Saturday will not be, I don't think it will be long enough to get the depth that you're looking for. And, of course, I am willing to support you all the way in making this documentary. Here's the thing about filmmaking, and I love the way Kubrick described it, right? I was also talking about this earlier, right? Making films often feels like trying to paint on a moving boxcar train. However, when it's finished, there is no feeling quite like it, especially if you don't, pussy out and skip a bunch of steps. That's what I did years ago with Content Con 2022, and that video is one of my worst videos ever because I put effort into the first 2 minutes, and I just put minimal edits into the next, 40 minutes, and it ended up being a bloated mess. And that's why it took me literally a year and a half to put out Content Con 2023. Even if there's no engagement, even if no one watches it, I am happy with the one video every 5 years I put out on the main channel, which you guys should check out right fucking now. So, just so you know, the more time you take, even if I grow a giant, big, fat, white beard in the time it takes for you to make this thing, constantly putting the work in, you wake up, it's part of your schedule, wake up. Did I progress a little more than 0? I like how I'm talking to you like I'm your mother. Yeah, you already know how to make movies. You're a filmmaker, Ian. But I'm just remarking to myself. When is Content Con 2024? This is a great question. I'm surprised I haven't been asked this in a while. Last time someone asked this, I said this. I'll say the same thing. And I love saying the sentence. But Content Con is a trilogy. It might not appear that because I marked it with years. I should have done part one, part two, part three, although it's a convention, you know? Content Con was a convention, and so I kind of wanted to have a generic year to it. Um, yeah, I might revamp it later when I have like a more conducive schedule, but evident by my inconsistency with these paper streams as of recent, and mostly just like most of my new shit being just pre-recorded of me on the toilet while eating toilet paper, and that's just me trying to pass as eating a sheet of paper a day, which is very lazy. Yeah, the last year or so has been marked with inconsistency, laziness, occasional things that I managed to scrape together that I'm proud of. Again, I think that my blackface controversial school speech is my best work yet. It's unconventional. It's not people's favorite, actually. There's like when it comes to like my rap songs or whatever, people seem to like those more. And again, the fact that I'm talking about this and I'm passionate about it, Ian, small note. Those would be worth including because you only talked about the paper streams because they just have more more consistency and presence on the Instagram and also on here. So all I'm saying is this comprises like a 23% of like my YouTube thoughts. The rest of it is the much lesser refined content on the main channel, you know, and then just the paper streams is all this random fluff, all this random like miscellaneous drywall equivalent material. It's just disposable 7-Eleven pizza microplastic red 40 type bullshit. Sorry, maybe I missed an explanation, but can I ask what's going on in the back? I don't even know what you're talking about. But there was an old video I made back in 2019 called the Emo Outcast Rap Song. I made it when I was 16. This is 16-year-old me, and my rapping is really awesome. It's super cool. It's very old. This was 8 years ago. Wait, no, it was not 8 years ago. What the hell am I talking about? I'm 22 right now. I was 16 back then. That was 6 years ago. This was in 2009. This was in 2019. So yeah, but it's an old song, and I always felt like I put the green screen here. I'm like, okay, what would fit the paper eating aesthetic, especially given the red hue from my sunburn? And I'm like, you know what? I do think that this is it. I think that this really fits. It's distorted. It's grainy. It's bad. Just like my face right now, actually. It's just only on one side. What the hell happened here? I will delve more into your edited videos. Don't worry. Mwah, thank you. A platonic, double-handed kiss being blown your way. Thank you so much. Loved that one. The pizza boxes were genius. God, I'm the thing I love the most. And again, thank you so much, Granddad's Old Records. Goddamn salute to you. Let me put this fucking thing here. There we go. There we go. I can't, you know, I'm trying to be frugal with the applause. I'm only giving it when it's deserved, but I mean, just, what can I say? What can I say? Real recognizes real. But yeah, I loved that video because most of the time my higher effort videos that took way longer to edit would get like -3 views and one guy commenting first, bunch of bullshit. But this one, you know, it's like, I don't know, it's like things just accidentally fell into place really well. And also, it's just really inspirational when it comes to motivation because I gave up on this project for a long time. A long time. I gave up on it. I set it aside for like 9 months, came back to it, and decided to just grind away every single day, and it worked out. And I think just then it got a view spike, and it got like, it's in the, I think, the top 97.5 percentile of videos that I've ever made. And it's really just, to me, it represents meticulous organization. The video's not perfect. There's a lot of things I wish I could actually get rid of. I also think my initial speech performance in class wasn't the best. I was off 2.5 hours of sleep that day, and yet it still made something that I truly am proud of. I think I made an actual point. I think it had the novelty, typical shit I've been doing for years that draws people in. It's like, oh yeah, he set fire to an object and he's about to get expelled from his college. Let's watch. But then you watch it and people were commenting this, so I know I'm not hallucinating. I'm not on drugs. Like, when I was just, people were commenting like, oh wow, he actually has something to say, you know, regardless of whether or not he's right or it's deep or whatever, what it is, blah, 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 blah. Like, regardless of all that, I can see that he is taking a serious approach to a silly premise And that the fact that people see that, and they, there are some even people giving their subjective opinions. To quote somebody, this is top tier content, WTF, and stuff like that. I don't know if these anonymous freaks know that they make me feel this way, but it made me feel super duper awesome. So I think that's cool. That's really cool. I love Bo Burnham. I stand that epic rap battles of ethnicity is your best video. You're just like Bo Burnham. Thanks, Ian30. Thanks for making a documentary. You're just like iDubbbz. I really appreciate that. Yeah, people keep asking for a sequel. I'm having trouble deciding on which ethnicity to battle next, right? We did white versus Indian, right? I don't want to do white again. I could do like Irish versus Ethiopian. That'd be pretty good. I'd have to work on my accent, and I'd have to work on seeing that if that video reaches the wrong people and they want to delete me from the internet, I'd have to explain, listen, it's for the culture. Appropriation is appreciation, guys. So, your rap songs remind me of classic Jon Lajoie. By the way, I recently, through spontaneous browsing and also like real life connections, blah, 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 etc., I found Granddad's Old Records, great channel. Key releases, yes, they may be AI, Ian, and I'm sure that might make you want to throw Rotten Tomatoes and dismantle G.I. Joe doll limbs at whoever, proverbially speaking, but this has a great human aspect of it, and I know people talk about concept albums. MF Doom is a concept artist. This is a concept artist on YouTube. I want to give him a little plug here. It's someone who is discovering, who lives in an alternate universe. There's a little bit of a wormhole that has popped up on YouTube. Ever since Susan Wojcicki left, I don't know, she like farted when she died or something, and it created a small wormhole, and we gained access through small corners of the internet to alternate universes with alternate music. And this person crafts original music from, say, original lyrics that he writes himself. This is not GPT generating lyrics. He uses Photoshop as well as a couple other pieces of software to make album covers, and you're kind of seeing, what if I accidentally dove into an alternate universe wormhole and heard what music would sound like elsewhere? It's very accurate. I would totally play this for my mom. It's very appropriate. It's very cool. Everybody check it out. Very cool. Anyways, Jon Lajoie. I do not know who that is. Here, what we could do is we could do this super bloody cool feature that I actually tried to work on. Let me adjust this for a second while I eat paper and stay productive here. There we go. Oh, I have seen this. Hey, you're comparing me to a legend. Thank you. That's very nice. Yeah, I have seen this. I forget what happened to him. Something happened to him. Well,
like a fire in a nursing home.
Isn't he the guy that said 1 million knives? You couldn't kill me if you had one knife, and not even 1 million. Yeah, that's a classic. I'm honored to be likened to. Oh yeah, thank you. Oh, there we go. Hey, hold on. There we go. I'm sure the applause was going on for a while. I like how no one commented. Maybe that's not... Okay, whatever. I'm trying to rage bait Brian right now. We were being too nice to each other. That's not even rage bait. Complimenting my epic rap battles of ethnicity, that's not even rage bait. That's just you... I mean, I guess it's you just giving the wrong response to what you think my best video is. That doesn't enrage you. There's tons of things that enrage me. You can trigger me. You can try harder. Try harder to trigger me, man. Chinese versus black, it's right there. Oh, that's true. That's true. Switching between accents would be very challenging because I get into the mindset of the accent. It's like, hello, or man, you done, I'm trying to figure out how to make it work. Also, that would generally be an unedited video. Also, I had another idea for a video, but it's so gimmicky, and you guys would see the title and you guys would kill me. Oh man, it's so bad, but I know that if the dominoes hit each other in the right way, I know it could work, but it's just... I'm working on it, man. I'm working on it. I'll figure it out, but God damn it. It's I'm just thinking about it right now. I'm not going to reveal what it is, obviously. Good content videos until they're released stay locked in the super secret vault, but yeah. What are your thoughts on Baby Invasion? Now, listen, I would love to be Harmony Korine. Is that how you pronounce his name? Harmony Korine. I would love to be him. Honestly, he's he serves the purpose of being Andy Kaufman as a filmmaker. You know, Andy Kaufman was already kind of a filmmaker, kind of, not really, but I mean, it's unwatchable. But it's fun. It's more fun to describe the idea of what his films are than to actually watch them. Which, you know what, I appreciate that. We could be doing worse. I wish it was normal to threaten someone by saying you'll eat them, dude. All day, every day, I do that. You know, it's normal to me. I also think it should be normalized, so we could all work on that together. Okay, I have to actually eat. I haven't eaten in a while. But I need to speed eat. Well, okay, yeah, I'm eating this. Then I will eat something else. I'm gonna double eat. I'm gonna eat like an actual like sandwich or something. We're gonna finish this. 2 more pieces. Speed run this. This was great. Thank you so much for an excellent stream. Matter of fact, we are going to edit our score for the day. Again, I feel like I'm being lenient, but I'm just being honest right now. It's a good day. Tiring, unfinished. I still have the Toastmaster meeting to get to, but, you know. Okay, I did not watch the one with the voiceover. To be fair, the one I watched, I kind of watched in the background while I was playing GTA, so it's like, you know. But again, I knew from kind of the get-go, it's not a film that demands your entire undivided attention. That actually might kill somebody. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Oh, I think I know what happened. If I switch to scene 2, it'll automatically unpause the applause thing. So that means... Yeah, I was right. Okay. So that's what that... Okay, so it wasn't going on for like 5 minutes and it was awkward. Okay, very cool, very cool. You guys normally let me know when something's happening like that. I love him. He's the best. Thank you. I have not watched Julian Donkey Boy, so I haven't even started with the bare essentials. Like, my first impression of him was, I think, Spring Breakers from a long-ass time ago. And I feel like that might be a bad first impression, but, you know. Ian 30, the films you're talking about, again, I've known you for a while, but whenever someone makes a film and I'm anticipating it, you know that I always pay attention to their tastes, and the fact that you are idolizing Harmony Korine makes me have lots of faith in this project. That's his best. Yeah, I know. It seems like the general audiences seem to think it's his best. I like Gummo better. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's true. I always like it when people scale an artist and they say what their obvious best is versus what's my favorite. I always like that. Okay. I would elaborate like I normally do, but I actually want to, like, end the stream. It's been a long, kind of exhausting day. So, and it's not even over. I do the Toastmaster thing. I need to prepare, like, some speech for that. I'll make it up, whatever. Movie-wise, yeah. And you know he's probably a talented fella, but it's just he chooses to just goof off. But, so good. We can make it. All right. This is the last piece, gentlemen. Thank you so much for watching Eating a Sheet of Paper a Day. 925. Shout out to Shy, Myra, Ian 30, Lance H78. Nice to see you back. Nice to see all of you back, obviously. Shy, thank you. Myra, thank you. Ian 30, Grace, Rex popping in for a quick little funny question. Where is, let me see. And of course, newcomer, Granddad's Old Records. Paper Gang, I will see you tomorrow. That'll be day 926. Make sure to live, laugh, cry, and also not die. And until next time, this is goodbye. 3, 2, 1.